Rob and Pete fall off the wagon and need some help getting back to the pile. Totem makes his triumphant return, giving a review of The Silent Age and Lisa, the painful RPG. Steam sale is coming, and there are plenty of great free or cheap games this month. All this and more on episode 27 of
The Pile of Shame.
Geeks of all kinds, we know that struggle, that overwhelming pile of content to still finish. I know the pain too well. Conquer the pile and don't quit. Today is May 11th, 2017. My name is Rob, and I'm your host for the support group. I'm also a member. I go by Chai T out there in the game world, and with me tonight to help encourage you to keep up the fight against that growing pile are my co-hosts. My companion in misery of this pile, I'll go to first. Pete! Welcome.
Yep. Thanks. Hi, my name is Pete, and I'm a gameaholic. No, well, the opposite. The one that doesn't beat games.
The one who will just play games, but never beat them. Yep.
That's it.
And the one who has been out for 2 months and did actually beat a couple games at least. Totem, welcome back.
Thanks. It's good to be back. You know, we had some. I've had a lot of stuff going on these past few weeks, well, several weeks. So, I'm here now, so we have something to talk about, so we're actually recording tonight, which is a plus.
Right.
We're glad to have you back.
And we've got all the three of us back together. It's been a while.
Feels good, man.
Yeah. Oh man, that's a whole nother topic of discussion. One of the friends, quick aside, one of the friends of the show, Prez Barkeep, I work with him, and he used Pepe the Frog a lot in our chats. The feels good man and the feels bad man memes. He didn't know that it had been taken over by the alt-right and was now considered a hate symbol by the Anti-Defamation League.
Oh no.
And so I pulled him aside in chat. I'm like, hey, just so you know, I'm not going to tell you because I know that intent is a thing. I'm not going to tell you not to use it, but it is considered a hate symbol.
Wow, I didn't realize that either, so alright.
Yeah, Pepe actually got killed off by his creator this week because he's really not pleased that it got turned into a hate symbol. So,
Well, I can imagine. Alright. I'll have to be more careful myself now.
Well, that was an interesting tangent. All right, well, let's figure out, besides tangents, what's keeping us from playing games in delay of game. Oh, good Lord. Pete, what has been keeping you?
Well, in the last few weeks, it's been Overtime. The other over, not Overwatch. Yeah. Sorry. I had a bit of a work crisis there, and so I was just kind of at work all the time for a bit. And outside of that, my house, it's finally sunny out here occasionally, and so I've been spending my free time basically destroying my entire front yard.
That sounds fun.
Yeah, chainsaws are awesome. And then instead of playing games I can actually beat, I've been sinking time into one called Astroneer, which is sort of like Minecraft in space, I guess.
Okay.
So it's not beatable, but it's just sort of, it's a very chill game, so I've been playing that probably more than I should.
And I guess keeping on that same track for me, Overwatch. So not Overtime, but I've been just these unbeatable games are just sucking me in. Diablo 3 is kind of my chill with my partner and play with some other friends. We all get together, kill stuff together, and it's fun. Rocket League, I've been putting a lot of time into ranked play. Got up to gold finally after a long slog.
Congrats.
And then what's funny is I did my 10 placement matches in solo standard and got higher gold division than my duo, which I've been battling with forever. So I'm like, well, great. Awesome.
You should just play by yourself all the time,
Right,
I guess.
Let's see. Yeah, I've been playing a lot of Overwatch. The PvE event, I played a lot of there, trying to get the skins. And then PretzCon, which is a local board game convention that was a couple weeks ago, all weekend. So I was playing, I was running Shadowrun Anarchy, doing a lot of tabletop, a lot of board games. So that kept me away from playing video games.
PretzCon, like pretzel?
Yeah, the founder their family is named Pretz. It's a family-run organization, but yeah, they use the pretzel as a symbol. So, and every swag bag comes with a bag of pretzels. So,
I was just trying to figure out what the board game connection between pretzels and I guess maybe if you ate the cardboard, it's sort of like eating a pretzel, but
I was just hoping like the bag itself was a pretzel.
Yeah, they just stuff all your dice and pens into your pretzel and hand it to you. Yeah.
Stuffed pretzel. Sounds good.
Let's see. Then I had my birthday last week.
Happy birthday.
Thank you. So sushi, Pokemon Go, and Guardians of the Galaxy was on the docket, so no video games there. Let's see. Yeah, I've put maybe an hour into Nier Automata in the last month. So obviously it hasn't grabbed me as much as I thought it did. Like, I still enjoy the game. It's just like I come home and I just want to play Rocket League or I want to play D3 and I don't want to sit down and play a story mode, which is weird.
Well, probably varies month to month. I know it does for me. Sometimes you don't want to play that kind of game. Sometimes you do.
Yeah. The other thing was I got the story about the SNES Classic after the NES Classic death just made me go like, you know what, Nintendo, I'm not going to play your game. I'm not going to play I'm going to try to get the NES Classic and can't, and all that BS. So I went out and got a RetroPie and legally backed up all of the classic games that I had. And luckily, I was a collector. I've collected all of them, so it was really good.
But now it's convenient to play them on a modern television,
Yes.
unlike those obnoxious coax things.
So yeah, Raspberry Pi with the RetroPie emulator and all the ROMs. So that's been burning a little bit of my time. Not too much, because playing those games is painful. Like, it's a lot of the games were not great on the NES.
Is there one in particular that sticks out in your mind?
Back to the Future.
Yeah.
That game was terrible. I got through the first 2 levels and just nope. This is not fun.
Yep, we were griping about that before the show, and I know that was. I told you that did literally bring me to the verge of tears when I was a kid trying to play that game.
I only remember the first level, so I don't think I ever made it past the first level when I was a kid.
Yep, no, same for me.
Yeah. Jeez. All right, well, Totem, you've been gone for 2 months, man. What have you been up to?
Oh man, I don't even know where to begin on this. It's been 8 weeks since I've been on the show, made an appearance, and yeah, there's a lot. Obviously I still have my usual distractions within the Blizzard universe. Obviously, Overwatch, we had the Uprising event, and we'll have an anniversary event at the end of the month, because it'll be 1 year for Overwatch, where we may or may not get Doomfist. I don't know, that's what the rumor is, but, we already saw data mine leak in terms of the event. So we know it is a thing, and they already confirmed it. Diablo 3, I've been putting a lot of time in. I have all of my seasonal characters max level. Most of them are geared outside of the Crusader. And then most recently, I've been playing some more Hearthstone. So I missed pretty much all of Mean Streets of Gadgetzan, and now they had their new Ungoro, Journey into Ungoro. So I've been working on that. So it's probably been I don't know, 6 months since I last played Hearthstone. So missed a lot of card backs for ranked play. And yeah, my first day in, I played 12 games. And I went from rank 25 to 16, and I went 10-2 with the Pirate Warrior. So things are pretty good with that. Outside of that, I've recently gotten back into streaming. So I'm back to streaming 3 nights a week, so that I'll help in terms of conquering the pile, so be sure to check that out, which I'll probably be doing after the podcast tonight, actually. But other than that, though, just a lot of, like, vacation planning, because I'm going to Disney World next month, so
Fine.
trying to map out what exactly we're going to do there, and seeing if our good buddy Cuddles wants to meet up when I'm down there, since he's, like, I don't know, 80 minutes away from Disney World, so yeah, that's pretty much been it.
Is that all? That's all.
That's it. All right. God, boring. Jeez. All right. Well, we'll let Totem talk some more and delay a game. No, wait. That's just what we did.
That's.
God, I am rusty as crap.
It's been a while.
I don't know what this whole conquering the pile is. That what it is? Yeah.
Right, when did we last do this?
Totem beat a game or two.
More than one.
Yes. All right, Totem, tell us all about your games while we sit back and relax.
Yeah, okay. Well, first let me take a deep breath and a sip of water.
Prepare yourself mentally for the gauntlet you're about to go through.
Yeah, something like that. So I'm gonna keep these kind of shorter than my normal reviews. Okay, so first up, I beat a game called Lisa, and it kind of has like a secondary part of the title, because it's known as the Painful RPG. And this game, for the lack of a better term, is weird. But it's kind of a good kind of weird. So, Lisa plays out as a typical RPG. They have a turn-based battle system. You know, you have a few likable characters. You have that moral, heart-wrenching story. And, you know, there's also some dismemberment.
Okay.
And pretty much every choice you make can affect how the game plays out. And it really shows, like, how corrupted weak minds can be.
Well, that sounds very interesting.
Yes. Okay, so with that nickname being dubbed the Painful RPG, it's safe to say, like, this game isn't exactly everyone's cup of tea. There are going to be times where you'll want to punch your screen, and the game is meant to be extremely challenging, and it does a pretty good job at that. So, if you're looking for a challenging game, this might be your cup of tea.
Alright.
So, you play as Brad. He is a middle-aged, drug-addicted man living in, like, a witty, demented, perverted, post-apocalyptic world. And he's on a quest. He is searching for his adopted child after an incident left him alone with his stash of, like, kung fu movies. I know it sounds completely outlandish, because it is. So, this game is primarily about sacrifice, and depending on what difficulty you choose to play on, the story can change entirely. And at times, when I was playing this, it kind of feels like a punch in the throat.
Okay.
Which is one of the main reasons why I didn't stream my entire playthrough.
Yeah.
So, combat-wise, with Brad, you can combo your attacks using, you know, W, S, A, and D. And you can use that at, like, certain times during the fights. And those kind of correspond to, you know, your left and right arm swings. And it also uses it for some other attacks. And in terms of the decision-making, this was kind of a fun one. You had an option of losing an arm or, like, saving your party. Like, your entire party. Well, I chose to lose an arm. And, yeah, that pretty much changed the game and how it was played from that point on. Because I couldn't do all of my combos. So some of them were lost. Some other combos were changed. So as the game progresses, you get to learn more about Brad's past. He's really no angel. Despite his, you know, noble quest that he's on, trying to reunite with his kid. But he's really not liked by his peers, and it really makes you question, like, what exactly he did to kind of piss the world off. So without going too heavily into that, I will say like the ending in this game is pretty depressing. Go figure.
Oh, great.
But the game does offer some pretty funny and what the F moments, so it's worth checking out, for sure. So all in all, I gave Lisa, the Painful RPG, 3 out of 5 severed limbs.
Nice.
This sounds like it's right up Pete's alley, honestly.
It's. I'm sort of curious now. Did you play through it a second time, or just the one go through was enough? Pretty much. You said the story kind of changes.
I've played it once, but I have heard from other people that have played it more than once that it does change based on the difficulty. So I'm sure at some point this might be something that I'll revisit just to kind of see exactly what aspect of change it brings.
But you're not jumping right back into it after completing the painful RPG.
No, one sitting was enough to quench my thirst of pain for now.
I gotta ask though. I was looking at the pictures on their website, and is there a bicycle or what?
Yes, there is a bicycle.
Okay.
There's like a lot of like weird things. Like you see like a bunch of like post-apocalyptic bars and people kind of like passed out everywhere.
I'm just seeing some really weird things in these screenshots that they show on their website, and
Did you watch the video when I was playing it? That was some weird crap.
oh no, I totally failed to have that window in the foreground. So no, I'll have to go watch it on my own time apparently.
Oh man, that was some stuff. So
Okay.
on there.
Now
Yeah,
I'm curious.
It's definitely a trip.
I might have to go get my own throat punch at some point.
That should be an entertaining stream. All right, what else did you beat, Totem?
Alright, so I also beat the Silent Age, which is a point-and-click adventure game from House on Fire, which also sounds like something that would be kind of painful. So, this game was initially released for iOS and later for Android before getting ported to PC on Steam. So this is the port.
So
and
it's simple, probably.
Yeah, it's pretty simplistic. So you play as Joe. He's pretty much, your average guy. It's set in like the 1970s. And he really doesn't care about anything outside of just getting his job as a janitor done.
All right.
And he's kind of drawn into this time travel plot where you kind of jump back and forth to a post-apocalyptic future in order to understand what caused the disaster and, made the world the way it is. So here we go, a second post-apocalyptic game.
Like there's
Yeah.
a theme going on here today.
So in terms of the game itself, it is pretty streamlined. So there's not a lot to talk about in that regard, which is kind of a good thing. But like the user interface, since it is a mobile port, is very simplistic. When it comes to like interactions, your cursor will change from like a cross to a circle if you're able to interact with an item. So it's pretty easy to just pick up and play. So you have this time travel device, which is the game's core mechanic. And, it's pretty much the heart of most of the puzzles in the game. So the first task you have is to find a way to charge the device, as it works only using solar power. And then, once you're able to figure that out, you can then jump between the vibrant year of, I want to say it's like 1972, it's like early 70s. And then the future in this case is like 2012.
Okay. 40 years in the future from
Yeah.
the 70s.
Yeah, so one of the downsides for me for this one is that some of the puzzle solving in the game feels really lengthened due to the amount of backtracking that is involved, especially towards the end of the game. So there are like a few other puzzles that kind of make you basically think about the consequences of time traveling and like how your actions in the present can affect the future. So, in terms of like an adventure game, like it's very accessible but it's really not that challenging. So, like, for more experienced gamers, this might not be the game that you're looking for. And, since this is a mobile port, you kind of have to figure it might be better to play on mobile than PC because of that, so keep that in mind. But the game is clever in quite a few ways, and there is some thought process throughout it. But the game is linear, and pretty much all the objects that you need in order to progress are like laid out like within reach of you.
All right. Oh, really?
Hello, Moto. So the storyline itself is probably going to be enough to kind of pull most players through it, and the plot twist at the end was a pretty nice reward. So, the Silent Age offers a pretty stylized and distinctive smooth gradient type look. So the game looks pretty clean and attractive. And while it may not be like the most innovative game for an adventure, it does a lot of things that it does pretty well. So the game, I want to say it took me like 4.5 hours. So it's like 4 to 5 hours. So it's really not that long in terms of gameplay. So it's a pretty good game to just kind of like pick up and play like on a rainy afternoon, because it's usually on the cheaper side. So all in all, I ended up giving this one a 3 out of 5 gizmos.
Alright, couple average scores here.
So is there voice acting? Is it all just text, or is it as far as the story sequence, or is it all just sort of take it from the environment kind of stuff?
There is some voice acting, but it also does lay out text as well. But like it doesn't like their lips really aren't moving as they're talking like that type of voice acting.
Right. Well, I was just curious if it was all a book. I don't know.
It's a good mixture there.
It looks intriguing though. It looked smooth, I guess, in the video that you were playing. So.
Yeah, I might pick it up on the iPad. I need more games on there. So, yes, because I need more games. Yes.
Right. Well.
Oh, speaking of which, that's something that we're all able to do, right? So let's figure out what we added to the pile and can't stop, won't stop. All right, Totem. So you beat a couple, pile goes down, and then what happens?
I buy more. that is like, I mean, it can't be helped. Okay, so I picked up Killing Floor 2.
That's a good one.
Outlast 2.
Okay.
Oh, another sequel.
Persona 5. There's a pattern here, except this one. The last one, I picked up the PC port for Bayonetta, which is something that I've been waiting on, and I never owned a Wii U. So I never got to play Bayonetta. So I'm really looking forward to jumping in on that one.
Bayonetta or Bayonetta 2?
It's the first one.
Okay, because that one was on all sorts of other platforms. Because I know I played that on the 360. It's Bayonetta 2 that was on the Wii U only.
But yeah, regardless, I'm looking forward to that. I've heard a lot of good things about that series, so I'm really anxious to hop in there.
I enjoyed it. That's one game I actually did beat a long time ago. Yeah, the combat it's zany, it's crazy, it's fun. It's a fun game, so you'll enjoy it.
It does look pretty nuts. I've only played a little bit of it, but yeah.
Yeah, I know some of the crap in the later levels just got really frustrating, but for the most part, it was pretty fun. All right, Pete, what did you add to the pile, sir?
Well, I finally did it. I bought everything. There's actually a game called Everything, and I bought it.
Okay. All right.
It was on sale at one point in time, and Steam actually sent me an email, and it's like, everything is on sale, 15% off. I'm like, what? And then I had to look at it a little more carefully, and it's like, no, the game Everything is on sale.
Okay.
Yeah, so I'll be interested in trying that one out. I also picked up Day 1 Gary's Incident, which is supposed to be a really terrible game. I think I was looking for the games with the lowest ratings on Steam, and that was...
Did you not learn?
I guess not. So I'll be curious about that. But then I also bought a couple of Super Nintendo games.
Woo!
Yeah, woo! Secret of Evermore and Cybernator, which
Secret of Evermore. No, because I'm thinking Secret of Mana.
right. No, I've already got that one.
Okay.
But Secret
Not
of
the same
Evermore
series,
was
I'm
it's like an RPG that I always wanted to play as a kid, and I never did. So I picked it up. And then Cybernator has a giant robot, so I picked it up.
Man, I can't wait to come visit Seattle again because I'll just have to walk up to you and just go, Rydell Retribution, and just watch you go catatonic.
A little bit of a seizure or something. He's frothing at the mouth again. Oh my god.
Let's see. I did not buy any games, but since it's my birthday and my friends are lazy and just buy me games. No, that's not. I got the you don't know Jackbox Party Bundle, so I'll have to mess around with that.
That's a good one.
Trails in the Sky the Third. Chris got that for me, and then was like, "Did you even play 1 and 2?" I'm like, "Let me check library." I do have number 1. I don't have number 2. He says, "Well, number 1 is like one of those 200, 300-hour games." I'm like, "Okay, well, I will get to your wonderful, thoughtful, kind gift sometime in 2027."
You'll get there eventually, and that's
Yes,
what counts.
Exactly. Yeah, Trails
I think
in the
that
Sky,
one.
the first one looks like it's like very retro, like SNES type graphics, and then this one is a 3D one. So
Yeah, I think the third might actually be on my wish list as well, even though I have not played either. Of
yeah,
the first
all I
two,
did
so.
is my partner shamed me because she's like, "You don't have anything on your Steam wish list or Amazon wish list." So it's like the morning of my birthday, I get on and I click on that discovery queue thing. I'm just like, show me a bunch of games that you think I'll like. And I'm just like, okay, that one looks interesting, throw that on there. That one looks interesting, throw that on there. So, yeah.
So it was a last minute addition.
Yes.
But none of them were named the Painful RPG.
No, I did not see Lisa the Painful RPG that I recall. I'm pretty sure I would remember that. Yeah.
You would hope.
I would
but
hope.
Can't be guaranteed.
All right, Totem, we're going to give you a couple minutes here to just shame the crap out of us for not being in games, because I know you want to.
What? I would never. Shame.
Okay.
Just the one shame.
Yeah.
Oh, well, I was gonna, link, the Game of Thrones shame thing for, 10 minutes, and then, make you guys sit through that, but,
And then we get pulled down from YouTube. It's a whole mess. It's terrible.
Yeah, there's too much, so...
Right. I might throw that into the YouTube version, though. All right, Pete, come on. We gotta get together. We gotta get back on the pile. We'll each come with a game beat next episode, right?
Sounds good.
Okay. All right.
Make it it's a promise.
Yes.
This is a commitment, sort of like a campaign promise.
Right. And
So-
if we break it, then we fire the FBI director.
I think that's the logical
that's
next
how it
step.
goes.
Yeah.
Yes. All right. Well, if we want to get better at the last section where we, bought games, here's more information about how to get even more games. But it's on sale.
Shut up and take my money.
Yeah, lots of stuff out right now. If you are an Amazon Prime member, which if you're not, I don't know why. It's I guess if you want to support local business or something.
You still can.
Right. Yeah, so if you're an Amazon Prime member, that means you're automatically a Twitch Prime member. If you download the Twitch desktop app, they give away free games every so often. This week's free game is called Oxenfree. And
Which looks to be an interesting one. It's sort of like a...
little platformer adventure type.
But I think it's got like a spooky vibe to it. I already own it, but I've not played it, of course.
So they do these very short. It's not like the PS Plus where it's every month. So if you're listening to this now on the stream, so me, you, and Totem, then we can get it before May 15th. We can get it for free. If you're listening to this after the fact, hopefully it's before May 15th. You still got 4 days, so go through and grab that. You can just go to Twitch, you search Twitch Prime Oxenfree, you'll get it. If not, the link will be in the show notes on how to get access to that. The Humble Bundle, there's two pretty good ones out right now. There is the Tiny Build Bundle, and this one's got some well-known kind of indie type games, including one that I know was reviewed by us here on the show. So for whatever you want, pay what you want. You can get Divide by Sheep, which what was that one, Pete?
It was a math-based puzzler or something, was I think what it said.
Fun times.
Yeah, who doesn't like math?
Right. Road to Valhalla. No Time to Explain remastered. That must have been the Destiny sequel. Speedrunners. And let's see, if you pay more than the average, which is currently $7.38, you can get Party Hard, The Final Station, Cluster Truck, which is one we reviewed on the show, Guts and Glory, Punch Club, which that one looks weird and interesting. And then for $15 or more, you can get the Final Station Only Trader DLC and Streets of Rogue Early Access. And then if you drop $40, you can get Hello Neighbor pre-order plus an art book plus songs.
I didn't realize Hello Neighbor was from that Tiny Build people.
Yeah, and just a note, Punch Club in there is really good. There's like a lot of like pop culture references in that game, so
Yeah, I see.
definitely worth checking out for that.
Yeah, I see even on the cover art, I see a bunch of references, so good times.
Sounds interesting.
Yep. And then we have, I love these bundles. These are great bundles. The Very Positive Bundle. So these take ratings from Steam on games that have a very positive rating and bundle them all together and give them out to you for cheap. So for pay what you want, you can get Super Mega Baseball Extra Innings, The Deadly Tower of Monsters, and They Bleed Pixels. For the average, which is currently $6.36, you can get Hacknet, Crashlands, and Under Rail. And for $10 or more, you can grab Steven's Sausage Roll.
Yes.
What about Ride to Hell?
And
God.
yeah, I know it's like 100% rating on there, so it should be on here. But
Maybe next time
maybe
on the
next time.
negative, very negative bundle.
Right. You can also get Curious Expedition for $10 or more. For bonuses, you also get some soundtracks as well. And it supports St. Jude Children's Research Hospital and Special Effect, a gamers charity. So.
But I think we should support it just because it had you start a sentence with "grab Steven's sausage roll."
Yep. Yep. All right. Let's see. What else is out there? PS Plus members. This is a good month for you if you don't already have these games, unlike Pete.
I know, ruins everything for me.
You can get Tales from the Borderlands. It's the Telltale series. I'm sure that... did you play this one, Totem?
That one I have not. I
That's
have
one of the
played
Telltales, yeah.
the other game that is on there for PS.
Yeah. And the other one is Abzu, which is a kind of exploration diving game, right?
Yeah, that one is very, very pretty.
Yes. So I look forward to grabbing that one. Blood Knights for the PS3 and Port Royale 3, Pirates and Merchants for the PS3. You can also grab Laser Disco Defenders on the PS Vita and Type Writer. It's the D for the PS Vita as well. Those
Don't know what either of those are.
Those PS
Do
Vita
you
games
play-
are...
I'm just curious.
What?
Do you play as like a typewriter that's like in a bike game?
I honestly don't know.
Damn.
Grab
I
it
didn't
and
know
report
that
back
thing.
to me. I don't even have a Vita, so I don't know. But you can cross-buy those Vita games on the PS4 as well. Let's see.
Count me in.
All right, for Xbox Live Gold members out there, you can download Gianna Sisters' Twisted Dreams Director's Cut during the month of May, and Lara Croft and the Temple of Osiris will be available on May 16th through June 15th. Starting Monday, May 1st, you can pick up Star Wars A Force Unleashed 2 on Xbox 360, and then on May 16th, you can pick up Lego Star Wars The Complete Saga. Force Unleashed 2 and The Force Unleashed were both really fun games. Messed around with the Force powers quite a lot there, so it's worth picking up.
Those are probably in my pile somewhere already.
I can't remember if I beat Force Unleashed 2. I know I was super stoked for Force Unleashed 1 and grabbed that and beat that right away. So I'm guessing I did the same with Unleashed 2. Right. Lots of deals out there. Again, I will keep pimping at Video Game Deals on Twitter. They will spam you with excellent deals out there that they see. So check those guys out.
It is off the hook, as the kids would say.
Yes. All right, well, let's figure out what we'll be playing next in Coming Attractions. All right, Pete, what's up with you?
Well, starting last night, I actually started playing Little Nightmares, which I picked up a week or two ago.
Yeah, I saw you streaming that a little bit last night. Didn't watch too long, but
Yeah, I'm liking it so far. It's got a bit of the inside vibe as far as the aesthetic goes. So it's a very pretty looking game. Sometimes frustrating control-wise, but because it doesn't seem to teach me anything until after I've learned how to do it already. Like last night, I was like, okay, how do I run? So I finally started running, and after I ran, it's like, press square to run. I'm like, okay, well, you could have told me that before. How do I throw things? Well, okay, hold down R2. Press X or hold X. Okay, that's how you throw things. And then later it was finally like, well, to throw things, press R2 and then press X. Come on, game.
yeah.
Tell me before.
Or don't tell me at all.
Apparently not. So with Inside it worked. With this, it's sort of frustrating, but hopefully I know everything now. And then we'll see if I make it to the Steam Summer Sale before I buy Prey or not. But
It's getting pretty good reviews. It looks very different than what I remember seeing at E3.
It's very different from the first Prey. At least.
First Prey was a curious game too, and then I remembered when it came out, and I was like, "It's been that long."
Yeah, right. Yeah, but I watched some gameplay last night for it, and I was kind of like, "Oh, this actually looks
Yeah,
like I'd enjoy it." So I'll be picking it up eventually, but when?
Yeah, I'm hoping they'll last to the summer sale as well, so we'll see. And that's June 22nd, I believe, right?
That's what the leaked info I've seen says. I don't know if it's
leaks
leaked.
have been pretty good, so usually it's been PayPal that's been leaking it. So
Oh no!
this time it's not them. So
This is somebody else.
somebody else. All right, Totem, what are you gonna be playing?
All right. Well, I've actually started a new playthrough of Tomb Raider.
That's
Not the last one, but the reboot.
the
so-
first one on the reboot. Okay, not
Yes.
not the second one of the series. Okay.
That would be correct. So I started the other night, so I'll be jumping into that in about 40 minutes, maybe 30,
Yeah,
something like that.
That was a pretty fun game. I enjoyed that reboot.
That's supposed to be good as well, right? You played all the way through it, or?
Yeah, I beat it last time.
Yeah, so one thing I can note, just based off of what I played, is Laura gets her butt kicked.
Yeah.
And she's dirtied, like, at all times.
Yeah, like she should be dead like 15 times over. So,
So in that regard, it's kind of like Wolfenstein.
right. I mean, she gets shit stabbed through her abdomen and leg, and like then she's up walking around. And it's like, no, you would be crawling.
I'll just rub some dirt on it.
Right, and that's what she does pretty much. So,
Yeah.
good band-aids there. All right, I'm going to try very hard to stick to Nier Automata and get that beat. The story is starting to get a little weird because it's a Square Enix game, so go figure.
Of course.
I'll keep chugging along at that and hopefully have a review for you next time. All right, well, if you'd like to game with us, you can find links to all of our different gaming profiles and more in the show notes of each episode at poshame.com. All right, if you want to game with me, you can check it out, all of my information on the show notes. Mainly I'll be playing like D3, Overwatch, and Rocket League. But hopefully getting back into actually streaming stuff. If you want to game with me, though, mainly Battle.net, Chai T Pound 1806. That's where I'll be in D3 and Overwatch. Totem.
Well, we have the Nexus Challenge 2 in full effect. And if you want to get your quest done and want to play some Heroes of the Storm, just let me know.
That's right.
I still need to do my week 2 stuff before I can do this week's. So add me in BattleNet at Totally Drunk pound 1819. And I'm also streaming Monday, Wednesday, Thursday, 10 p.m. to 1 a.m. Eastern Time at twitch.tv/totallydrunk.
Fun times.
A night owl.
Yes. Pete.
Well, you can come and join me most Wednesday nights, 7 to 9 Pacific time at the Twitch stream, the P.O. Shame Twitch stream. For whatever Wednesday, I'll be playing whatever I feel like it, so you can just deal with that. This is how I'm hoping to get some games beat eventually.
All right. Well, to get in contact with the show, if you have feedback for us, you can email us at show@poshame.com. Pete, how can everyone best reach us?
Well, you can follow us on Twitter. Rob is at @the_ChaiT. That's THI. Pete is at Fighting Viper. Totem is at TotemlyDrunkCTR. And then the show you can follow at PO Shame.
All right, guys. Thanks for tuning in. Conquer that pile and don't quit. We'll be back in a couple weeks with more content to add to the pile. Until then, don't get smothered by your pile of shame.